During the school year, millions of children from low-income areas get a large percentage of their daily nutrition through the U.S. Department of Agriculture's free and reduced-price school meals program. But what do these hungry children do when school's out for the summer? The lucky ones turn to you. As the site supervisor for your neighborhood's summer food service program, you're the one that the children in your community look to all summer long for nutritious, well-balanced meals. And you're the one that your local program sponsor looks to make sure that the program's limited resources are properly used and accounted for, that the food and the environment where it's served are clean and safe, and that meals are distributed fairly to those who qualify for them. Yours is the single most important role in the summer food service program. It's challenging, it's rewarding, and like thousands of other site supervisors across the country, you'll find that it isn't difficult once you understand how the program is organized, what your responsibilities are, and the key points to cover as you establish a daily routine for yourself and your staff. Let's begin with how the program is organized. The Summer Food Service Program, SFSP for short, is funded by taxpayer dollars through the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA. USDA provides the states with money to run the program, and each state in turn finds sponsors to conduct the program in local neighborhoods. Your sponsor is responsible for training you and giving you all the information you need about your site. You'll learn how to set up your site, what types of meals you'll be serving, and how they'll be delivered or prepared. You'll be shown how to plan for the number of meals you need from day to day, what to do with leftovers, how to keep accurate records, and fill out forms. Your sponsor will visit your site before you begin operations. This gives you the opportunity to inspect the site together, identify potential problems, and decide on repairs or improvements needed to ensure efficiency and safety. Your sponsor will also visit your site during the first week of operations and conduct a review later on. These visits not only help ensure that you're on the right track, but give you an opportunity to ask questions and make recommendations. The most important thing to remember is that you're not on your own. Your sponsor is never any farther away than a phone call to answer questions and help you solve problems. Talking with your sponsor regularly and often is one of the best ways to ensure your success. Your sponsor handles all the bills for the program. Understand that your state does not simply give your program sponsor money to buy the meals you serve. Instead, your sponsor is reimbursed for the meals you serve to children based on the records you keep. This makes your record keeping extremely important. And that brings us to your responsibilities as site supervisor. Your first responsibility is for the safety and welfare of the children. This means making sure every day before the first child arrives that your site is clean, free of trash, and ready for the day's activities. Most sites have food delivered to them. Others prepare meals right there on the premises. If you prepare meals on site, be sure you're equipped to follow all USDA safe food handling procedures and meet all local health department requirements as covered in your training. Whether you prepare or receive meals, keeping foods at safe temperatures, cold foods below 40 degrees, hot foods above 140 degrees, is essential for the children's safety. The best way to keep foods at safe temperatures is to arrange for them to be delivered or prepared as close as possible to the time you serve them. If meals are delivered earlier than 1 hour before the serving time, you should call your sponsor. If your meals are delivered to you, Be sure to meet the truck when it arrives. Note on the appropriate form the time of delivery. Count the meals, be sure they are complete, and sign and date the delivery slip. If you find a problem, note it on the delivery ticket and call your sponsor right away with a full report. When it comes to serving meals, make sure you're organized. Begin and end meal service at the agreed upon times. Count and record each meal as it's served. It's usually a good idea to have someone assigned to this task while someone else does the serving. Serve each child a complete meal. Under USDA rules, schools are permitted to offer children the option of taking parts of a complete meal. Your sponsor will tell you if your site qualifies for this offer versus serve option. Your sponsor will also tell you if you are allowed to offer seconds to children who want them. If you are, you must make sure every child receives a first meal before any child gets a second one. And you must count and record second meals separately because they are reimbursed differently. Who qualifies to receive free meals? All children through 18 years of age, regardless of race, color, national origin, gender, age, or disability. Older children with disabilities may also qualify. At some time during the summer, your sponsor may ask you to record racial and ethnic information on the children. Regardless of where your site is, though, make it clear that you do not discriminate by prominently posting your Justice for All poster where meals are served. Your sponsor is not reimbursed for any meals served to adults, so neighborhood parents and other adults do not qualify. However, your sponsor may permit you to serve adults who work with your program. If so, you must record these meals separately on your meal record form. What about items that children don't want to eat? Keep in mind that SFSP is a nutrition program, and encouraging children to eat all the parts of a well-balanced meal is an important part of your job. But when friendly encouragement fails and local health and safety rules allow, you may set up a sharing table where the children can put any unopened food items that they don't want. Be careful about food safety, though. Make sure that all foods left on the sharing table, especially perishable items like milk, are kept at a safe temperature and not allowed to spoil and become a safety hazard. In general, all meals and meal items must be eaten on site, unless you have specific permission and instructions from your sponsor. So, unless you're told otherwise, be sure to let all the children know that they cannot take food items with them when they leave. If you need to change your serving time or location, for example, if you plan to serve lunch on a field trip, you must notify your sponsor ahead of time and follow the instructions you're given. Otherwise, your program could lose its reimbursement for those meals. One of the trickiest parts of your job is estimating the right number of meals to prepare or have delivered each day. You want to have enough for every child who is depending on you, but you also want to avoid waste and leftovers. This requires planning. Base your number of meals on your previous day's attendance and number of meals served, the expected weather for the day, and any special events at your site or in the neighborhood which might increase or reduce the number of children who show up. Your sponsor is not reimbursed for waste or leftovers, so planning is extremely important. Sponsors have limited resources, and they're unwilling to continue to fund programs that lose money because of poor planning. So review your attendance and meal records each day, adjust your estimate, and let your sponsor know about any changes in the number of meals your site needs. Otherwise, the children could lose out. It should be obvious by now how important it is to keep accurate and complete records of the number of meals you prepare or receive each day and the number you serve to the children. Always use the forms your sponsor provides for these purposes, and keep completed forms and meal delivery receipts in a safe, dry place where you can easily find them. Follow your sponsor's instructions regarding when and how to submit these documents or maintain them for review and auditing. Finally, Representatives of the state and federal government may visit your site in the course of the summer. They're required to make sure that every child is receiving appropriate meals and that you and your sponsor are keeping accurate records. Like you, these visitors have the children's health and safety in mind. Answer their questions honestly, and if they spot a problem, correct the problem as quickly as possible. To sum up, your job is the single most important one in the summer food service program. Important to your sponsor and to the children who rely on you every day. Being successful in your job means focusing on a specific list of responsibilities. It means checking the cleanliness and safety of your site daily, following the rules for safe food handling and storage, making sure you prepare or receive all the complete meals you need, being consistent in the times and rules for serving meals, distributing meals fairly to everyone who qualifies, avoiding waste and leftovers, keeping complete and accurate records, and having good communication and a cooperative relationship with your sponsor and representatives from government agencies. The bottom line is that your job is about people, young people, and being there to help make sure that healthful, nutritious meals are a part of their lives every day, all summer long.